The following contest is a special welterweight showcase scheduled for one fall.
As we count down the days to welterweight wrestling live on the Fight app, Sunday afternoon, May 7th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, the best athletes, young and hungry, 185 pounds and under, will compete to be the first welterweight champion. Tonight's about momentum.
Representing the combination, coming in at 178 pounds, the new age plague, Gory.
Gory is intense, Gory is intimidating, Gory is animalistic, and despite only being about 175 pounds, I don't know of any athlete that can use their body as a weapon, as a projectile, better than the New Age Plague, who is set to infect the world, and you know, never get used to that. He wants that welterweight title not to be the best, but to deprive everybody else of their own goals and dreams.
I don't doubt it.
Gonna meet competitor number 2 in this 4-way one-fall matchup. Kevin Bennett is brash, he's disrespectful, he's got a unkind word for just about anybody he comes across. He looks at himself as a multifaceted entertainment conglomerate, because not only is he a pro wrestler, very successful, not only is he a rapper, he's a producer, he's an audio engineer, he's a beat maker, he does pretty much everything. And you know what? The kid's talented, the problem is he knows it all too well. Bennett debut a couple of months ago in our first 4-way welterweight showcase with Ace Perry, Sonny Vice, and Gavin Glass. It was Ace Perry victorious that night. Let's see what the result is on this occasion. Well, Cole Radrick is a young athlete from the Midwest, I believe only 19 years old. He lives life to its fullest. He lives life on the edge. He's very punk rock. He knows the fate that we're all going to end up with at the end of our life. Hey, Ratty dies in the end, so you better make the most of life while you're here. And Cole Radrick's always about having a good time and chasing his dream of wrestling glory.
Looks like he just finished up his civics homework. Did you check papers on him to make sure that 19 was legit?
And yes, and we did a weigh-in, so he's 185 pounds, I believe right on the nose. So he's trained for this event very well. Why do you gotta make fun of people? He's all smiling.
Did you look at him?
Yeah.
How do you not make fun of him?
Well, it's gonna be a lot harder to make fun of the 4th athlete about to come down here.
Challenge itself.
Firebird Shawn Phoenix is best known in this part of the country as one half of the Ghosts of 885 with Aiden Vale. We understand he's been in search of a new tag team partner over the past couple of weeks as well, as Aiden is out with an injury. And Shawn Phoenix, you can tell he's pumped up to be here as well. He's looking forward to his pay-per-view debut Sunday, May 7th. Shawn Phoenix, an important part of the welterweight tag team division, but can also make waves in the singles division as well in this 4-way one-fall showcase.
Did you see the stare down there? Gory and apparently not taking well to all red everything there. All red everything just meant all dead everything.
Well, it's the bloodlust Gory against the pyromania of Shawn Phoenix.
I better be on because I have to say something, and you're going to listen to me. So all you people shut up while I say this, because I don't want to hear any noise. I'm not kidding. I'm supposed to stop and be quiet because I'm trying to talk. Oh, just cuts. Yeah. Look it. What you people don't understand is that I have more talent than all 3 of these guys in this ring combined. And more more talent than you, lady. So you better quit talking. You want to know why? Because I am a rapper, I am a producer, I am an audio engineer, but most importantly, I am a professional wrestler. Which means I'm a much better wrestler than all three of you.
And he's so humble, too.
I mean, when you know you're good.
Shawn Phoenix taking umbrage. Cole Radrick with a quick roll-up. Keep in mind, this is one fall to a finish, unlike the main event of the Welterweight Wrestling iPay-per-view, in which it'll be 7 men in an elimination scramble. War of attrition, 1 man will be left standing. Those 7 men will be determined in a series of qualifying matches earlier in the night. It's going to be survival of the fittest style. May 7th on the Fight app, FITE.TV. For more information, or visit welterweightwrestling.com. As you see the action, fast and furious in the early going as 4 men jock for position. Jay Worth, anybody stand out to you in the early going?
I mean, yeah, to me, if you want to...
Whoa!
In the early going, even though he's down right now, I need to point out Gory back to his feet. Gory has to be the standout on this. I've never seen a person so ill-willed and able to execute upon said ill will.
Well, Phoenix and Radrick with a brief partnership here as they kind of divide and conquer on Gory and Bennett. And now one more time, going to take to the air, but Bennett and Gory a step ahead and able to counter. It's important to note that Gory and Bennett are, oh gosh, Phoenix head over heels. Gory and Bennett are by far the 2 most experienced men in this matchup. Gory's been at it for, some 12, 13 years now. Bennett, well over half a decade. So these individuals certainly come in with a lot of know-how, a lot of resourcefulness that Ratty and Phoenix, who are about under 2 years each, really don't have.
And I think it kind of shows right now as you look at Ratty trying to pull himself up off the mat. Ratty dies in the end. Well, Ratty may be dead in about 5-10 minutes, depending upon how this match goes. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sure Gory won't argue that point.
Gory will pick at the bones. Are you kidding?
And Gory focusing on Bennett there, showing there's no friends, no love lost here. This is every man for himself, even though it's cliche. Gory, Bennett will be both part of the welterweight qualifying matchups. We'll hope to advance to the main event. Phoenix is slated for tag team action. Radrick, I understand, is currently slated as an alternate, but hey, a good showing here, and he may find his way into the tournament if somebody has to drop out.
Well, that's a big if, because there are 3 people that want to make sure he doesn't have a good showing.
A little game of can you top this with Bennett and Gory? Let me show you how it's done, says Bennett.
Gory looked like he just changed the rules on that game.
Without a doubt. And, hey, Bennett's opened for 3-6 Mafia for Eric Carter. He's done some great things in his career, but nothing compares to running into Gory.
Shawn Phoenix just took to the air and then immediately just crashed and burned onto the ground as Gory swatted him out like a fly.
Oh, check out Radrick with a Hurricane Rana. Radrick always grew up the misfit, grew up the kid that didn't fit in, now finding a home in professional wrestling, and very loyal and supportive to his fans. Would love to make new fans here in Cleveland, Ohio tonight. Ooh, but again, survival's the key, and Gory is a man who thought a month ago he would have another championship. He'd be the PCW champion, the home promotion, the home base of welterweight wrestling. He didn't do that. He's coming in so focused and determined. And again, Bennett trying to calm things down. That didn't work.
Nope. I kind of have to believe that Gory knew. Oh, those are gonna leave marks for all the other kids in his gym class are gonna pick it on him.
And Bennett with a shot to Phoenix. And Gory now feasting on the arm.
Well, to be fair, where he was biting on the head, not a lot of meat.
2-0.
Gory looked confused for a second. Like, are you kidding me? You're doing this right in front of me?
Yeah, that's not a good idea. I guess with Radrick's youth, maybe his flesh would be more tender for Gory to bite into.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
he's like the human equivalent of veal.
Veal, yeah. It'd be insulting to refer to him as Ratty Veal, huh?
I don't think he'd appreciate it, but he's got more important problems than us at this point, as Radrick is just out on his feet at this point. Not even that, he couldn't keep his footing, as Gory now, look at that combo! Again, using your body as an offensive weapon, the crossbody to Radrick and colliding with the dive to Phoenix is how Bennett tries to sneak in and steal it. And that's been Bennett's MO this entire matchup, trying to sneak in underneath Gory after Gory has done a bulk of the work.
And I have to point out that Gory, I think, is on to Bennett. He's keeping an eye on him. It seems like as soon as Bennett tries to sneak something in, Gory's there to break it up. And right now it sounds like Gory's trying to call him on it.
And Bennett's trying to direct traffic like, no, hey, I'm on your side. Bennett trying to outsmart the field at this point, and Gory doesn't really think. He reacts. He goes on impulse. So I'm not really sure how much Gory is thinking about Bennett, more so just watching him with a very suspicious eye. Look, this could end things right here. Gory double stomp?
Possibly. Oh.
But
Bennett picks it. And Gory again looks almost dumbfounded for a moment.
Bennett tried to get rid of Gory, so Bennett could have the glory. Gory has had enough.
I've heard of a knuckle sandwich, but I don't think that's what they meant.
And now into the skull. And Bennett in trouble. Look at Cole Radrick with a jawbreaker. Both Bennett and Gory suffered, but I think Gory got the worst of it. Phoenix on the outside hurt.
I'll give Radrick the credit there. That was a great move to pepper in there.
This
Whoa!
Board, nicely done. Quebrada style. Radrick takes both out with the momentum. Coupled with the pain he's been put into this matchup, takes Radrick to the outside. He couldn't capitalize.
Phoenix up, back in the ring.
And again, can you imagine what it's going to be like, Jay Worth, May 7th, when there's 18 welterweights competing? And Gory got dropped on his head. Kevin connected by Phoenix with a spin kick. It's insane.
Yeah, and you want to try and how many men in the ring doing this all at once?
Well, not all at once, but we're going to have.
You don't think at some point they're all going to get in there and just defy gravity?
They could. Phoenix is going insane. There's going to be 16 men in the qualifying matches. There's going to be 6 men in the tag team matchup. There's going to be at least 22 welterweights in the building, all fighting for the ultimate prize, first of its kind in the United States. And Phoenix now with a neckbreaker to both men.
And Gory showing a rare moment of repose and actually hurting.
I don't think Gory saw that coming at all. Phoenix, every time we've seen him, he gets a little bit better. And again, just surpassed 1 year in the game. Phoenix is going to have some very, very bright years ahead of him. And hey, it could start May 7th on pay-per-view.
Who knows if he keeps this offense up? Could start right here. Oh, well, so much for that.
It'll be Gory one-on-one with the Master of Snake-style Ophidian on pay-per-view May 7th as Gory hits the lung blower. It'll be Kevin Bennett one-on-one with a big standout from Texas. Cover 2. Radrick interrupts, and Gory is incensed. But Jayworth, Kevin Bennett one-on-one with the self-proclaimed best ever Sammy Guevara. Can you imagine that one?
I don't know that you have a ring that's well reinforced enough to hold both of those egos.
And Gory now, swing and a miss. Cole Radrick caught Bennett.
Oh!
Brings it with a flatliner. Nicely done. Ouch! Oh. Phoenix planted on his head. Are you kidding me?
It's sort of the arm twisted, dumped on his head. I don't know what you call that move, but someone should probably let the doctor know what happened.
But notice the momentum doesn't pay off as Gory has a hold of Radrick. Radrick tried to pin Phoenix. The momentum sent Phoenix to the outside. Radrick had to attempt to pin Gory, and that ended up in this situation.
And Gory had him by the ears. Oh, that hurts.
And Gory
to the back, and just fingers right in the eyes, right in that soft part.
QAS. Radrick gets planted. That'll do it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Bennett sneaks in again. Bennett with a jackknife pin, and Kevin Bennett just pinned Cole Radrick off of Gory's QAS.
The winner of the remix, Kevin Bennett.
I'll give Kevin Bennett credit. He's sat out from the beginning, and he showed us what his game plan was going to be. Let everyone else do the work, and then him come in and take the credit. He did exactly what he let us know he was going to do.
You can argue whether or not you feel Kevin Bennett was the better man on this night, but Kevin Bennett was the smarter man, the more resourceful man, and if he can do that May 7th on Fight and outlast the rest of the field, beat Sammy Guevara, and go on to that 7-way scramble, Kevin Bennett, he'll be the welterweight champion. But Gory, he'll have to get through Ophidian the Cobra, and he'll have the same goal in mind. Plus, the rest of the field, we've got Sonny Vice, we got Gavin Glass, we have Ace Perry, Ace Austin, Igor Warren, Dylan Boston, Nate Wings, Ryan Kidd, and so many more. All going to be part of welterweight wrestling on Fight Sunday afternoon, May 7th, and Gory's not done yet. Gory is absolutely incensed at a double stomp to Radrick for good measure. Things have not gone Gory's way at all over these past couple of months. Could the welterweight championship be his redemption for him in the culmination?
He does not look happy. I'm not saying he ever looks happy, but he clearly does not look happy.
Oh, he just pushed Wayne Palmer. He just pushed a senior citizen, that dirty, rotten son of a...
Wayne should have got out of the way.